What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com coming to you for Saturday. It is April the 3rd. Going to get you on a couple of free plays and let you know what we got going on for Saturday. First and foremost, if you are not already subscribed to the channel, smash the subscribe button, and then that way you can be part of this family. You can get on these daily free play winners. Hit the notification bell. We do these videos every single day. We give out winners every single day, well, for the most part. And that way, smash the like button. Let us know you appreciate all the work we're doing here. And the free plays that we're giving you, let us know you like them. If you don't, we won't have to do them. Smash that like button, guys. Let's get the video trending, get more and more people here. That way they can get these winners too. Now, what we've got going on for Saturday, obviously Major League Baseball is still on sale. You want to get that. NBA is 50% off for the 3-day pass. You can get it for $50. And guys, we swept again in the NBA today. 6 out of the last 8 NBA days that we have played, we have swept the board. Some of them have been 1-0s, but still no loss. We've only lost 2 games in the last 8 days we played the NBA. Killed it again today, guys. Go to ChaseWins.com. Get on. Pick out a couple of sports. If you want to get everything we've got, get the All Sports Pass. 3 days, 7 days, 30 days, whatever you want. You get everything. You get horse racing. You get soccer. You get MLB. You get NHL, NBA. You'll get the Final Four matchups that we've got going on. You get it all in an All Sports Pass. So make sure you jump on it. You got All Sports Passes starting at $99. So jump on that. Don't miss out, guys. I'm telling you. We'll get to something in a second. I remember telling you yesterday there was a person, everybody's waiting for 6 months. As soon as MLB's over, they're just chomping at the bit, saying, when is he going to lose his first MLB game of the season so we can talk shit about him? And there was a guy yesterday, obviously, he's somebody that loves to talk shit to me. He's an idiot. And he says, I can't wait to keep fading your sorry ass in MLB so I can make money. And I said, we'll keep that going. We'll see how you do. Well, buddy, I'd love to see your tickets from where you faded me on Friday. I would love to see it. We're only 2 days in, and we are already up substantially in Major League Baseball. But what else do you expect? I am the best at baseball. There is nobody even close. Let's do a recap for what we did on Friday. Let's start with the NCAA Women's Basketball Final Four. The national championship is now coming up. We had 2 plays. We took UConn. They really had a porous first half. They had a good third quarter. They came back. They really cut into the deficit. But once the third quarter was over, I had no hope in the game, because they were laying 13 points. There was just no coming back from that. You know, usually when you get into women's basketball, it's a lot more defensive than offensive, and not too many of these players or these teams that are so evenly matched can go on big double-digit runs like that unless they're just falling to pieces, and that's what UConn did. UConn, who was probably, no, truth be told, I think South Carolina was the best team in the Final Four, Stanford being the second best. But UConn, I thought destined was go to the national championship, but they didn't. We dropped that one, but we took South Carolina. We took them plus the point. 6.5 is what I believe we got it at. They ended up only losing by 1 point. They would have won the game outright. They got a steal. They missed 2 back-to-back shots right there at the very end. Otherwise, they were going to win this game outright, which I expected them to. But either way, we won the game because we took the points. It was an easy win there. So we went 1-1. That's the worst that we did all day. We go to the NHL. We had 3 plays. The only loss we took was we have Washington and New Jersey. We took them over 5.5. That one did not cash. Great defense from both sides, so hats off to them. We had Calgary and Edmonton under 6.5. That was an easy win. It never really even got too close. And then, of course, the free play that I gave you on video, the Colorado Avalanche in regulation, minus $1.45. That was a premium play. That was a winner. So another winning day. Another winning day in NHL. If you're not on NHL, you are missing out on what we've got going on. We won a top play yesterday. Obviously, we come back. We back it up with another winning and profitable day on Friday. Then we get over into the NBA. We had 1 play and 1 play only. And I got 5 or 6 of my long-term clients that flat out told me they didn't like this play. They argued with me about the play. One person said, well, I'm not arguing with you, but I don't understand how you're picking this play. Guys, I did a video about the Lakers about a week ago. I did it in the car, and I even said how, listen, the Lakers aren't the team that you want to back every night. Obviously, AD and LeBron are both out, but there are times where they are still a talented team and you're getting them at a tremendous value. We took them against Cleveland the other night. It was an easy winner. They were catching 5 points. They should have been 7-point favorites against Sacramento. We took them +5. They blew the fucking doors off of Sacramento on the road tonight. Blew the doors off of them. Sacramento was looking for its 6th straight home win. They got railroaded by the Los Angeles Lakers. So another sweep day in the NBA. Congratulations to everybody that jumped on the NBA 3-day pass for 50% off. You are already up with an easy 1-0 day. We got more coming on Saturday. So what do we got? We got a split day in college basketball. We've got a 2-1 easy day in the NHL, a 1-0 day in the NBA, and then we move on to the bread and butter, the Major League Baseball plays. I had 2 plays on the premium card, just 2. We had Miami and Tampa Bay over 7 runs. You were laying about $1.30 to get that. That was a nice winner. They scored 10 overall, so nice easy win there to put us at 1-0. And then we took the LA Dodgers as a top play. I have never released a top play in Major League Baseball in the first 3 days of the season. And on the second day, I released a top play with the Dodgers on the run line. That was a little bit chalky. It was right there at my limit. But there was no way that I was going to pass up the Dodgers coming off of a loss, Trevor Bauer on the mound, reigning Cy Young winner, making his Dodgers debut against a terrible Rockies lineup. No way in hell. And for all of my clients, and what I told you in the video, I was waiting on some bullpen information. Everybody's probably wondering, why is David Price coming out of the pen as a reliever / closer? Well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, this is a message from Dave Roberts about him opting out of the 2020 season because of COVID. Give me a break. And then him also wanting to act like he was a part of that World Series team. That's a message for you, David Price. Yeah, you might have had one of the best World Series postseason World Series performances when you were with Boston when they won it in 2018. But to think that you could even be remotely put in the conversation of the 2020 World Series just because you're on the payroll, give me a break, dude. You had nothing to do with that Dodgers win. Nothing to do with it. You had never suited up in a regular season game for the Dodgers last year. They won a World Series without you as if you did not exist. But I think what they're doing with David Price is right. Not only are they sending a message with him to say, hey, don't think you're just going to waltz in here and become a starter. Dustin May got the 5th starting position over you because he did better. And number 2, I think they want that fire out of David Price. David Price cannot handle someone talking bad about him, not loving him. He can't stand it. He wouldn't make it in this business. But I think that that's what lit that fire underneath him and what made him do so well in the postseason in 2018 when the Red Sox won the World Series. So I think Dave Roberts wants to bring that back out of him. They know they overpaid for David Price, that he's washed up. But if they can put him in as a late reliever / closer, let him build up to one of the best relievers they have on the roster, which they have some of the best relievers in the game, they might get a 6th starter out of David Price that becomes valuable, where they very rarely have to actually use a bullpen day like most every other team in baseball will. And that just gives them that much more an advantage over the Padres, whose bullpen and pitching rotation is right up there with the Dodgers. So hats off to him. Trevor Bauer was going for a no-hitter. He went through 6 innings, no hits. They were up 10-0. Obviously, he gave up the 1 hit. Then he gave up the home run. I think they should have left him in at that. But I know David Roberts thought, don't let him dig himself into a hole. But then David Price went out there and screwed up the damn near perfect game. And, of course, they gave up 6 runs, but they still blistered Colorado's ass. That score doesn't even remotely tell you how far Colorado was from winning that game. That was, I'll tell you this, if this would not have been the first week of the season, that would have been a game of the month. That's how much I love the play. So a 2-0 day, a sweep, what else do you expect? But there's more. Mr. I'm going to fade everything you put out for free because you suck so bad. There were 3 plays that I also liked that we also bet on that did not make the premium card for some bullpen reasons. I still like the games, but for those changes made in these games, it took them just outside of the premium realm, so we gave them out as free plays. Now, unfortunately, because I spoke out and mentioned the All-Star game being pulled out of Atlanta, said that I didn't like it, that I didn't agree with it, and all I did was post the press release from the Atlanta Braves where they said they did not agree with it, I was suspended on Twitter on Friday night. Right now, it's a 12-hour suspension, so hopefully I am out of Twitter jail on Saturday morning. But Jerry posted the free plays on my behalf and even put I basically typed it out, I sent it to him, said post this on Twitter, and then I also put it on Instagram for all the Instagram followers. So for those not following us on social media, this is another reason why you are missing out, and you're absolutely crazy if you're not following us. Well, yeah, I gave out 3 plays on social media, all Major League Baseball. The Padres on the run line minus $1.20, cash it. The White Sox on the money line, underdog plus $1.10, cash it. And the San Francisco Giants on the money line, another underdog plus $1.15, cash it. 3-0 sweep on the free plays, 2-0 sweep on the MLB premium card, 1-0 sweep in the NBA, 2-in-1 day in the NHL. Oh, and by the way, a top play winner in the MLB, and then a 1-in-1 day in college basketball. What more do you want, guys? We are the best in the business for a reason. So go right now, go to chasewins.com, get on a package. As soon as you spend your money, boom, you've got instant access to the plays that I've already got up, to the plays Jerry's already got up for Saturday. He's back in league play now, so he's getting ready to go on an absolute fucking tear in soccer. Stop sitting on the sidelines and letting people that don't even know what the rules to baseball are. One of the handicappers from a service that loves to run their mouth and watch my every move, it's almost like they are CNN, what CNN is to Donald Trump. Now that Donald Trump's out of office, they have nothing left to talk about because they're so obsessed with the man. That service is what they do with me. If I went away, they wouldn't know what to do with themselves because they would have nothing to talk about. And they would have nobody's plays to steal because I wouldn't be out here giving out free information. They don't even know that the new rule that they are implementing, which started last year, which they rolled it over into this year, was that each pitcher has to face a minimum of 3 batters. One of the only rule changes that I am in favor of, because I think that it makes the game more complex, and it makes the thought process that the pitchers, the pitching coaches, the bullpen coaches, the manager, they have to put a lot more thought into this, and baseball is so mental that it makes it even that much more difficult and interesting, in my opinion. But again, I digress. I did a whole video on that last year. It's still up. The fact that they don't even know that, how the fuck do you think they're going to give you winning plays and that they can actually charge you your hard-earned money for it? Anyways, you guys do what you want to do. I'm not going to beg you for it. You want to win, go to chasewins.com, and we'll get you some wins. Let's get on a couple of free plays. The first one. I tell you what, I've been kind of torn on this play, but I can't steer away from it. I'm taking Gonzaga. UCLA does not even deserve to be in the spot they're in. They didn't deserve to get to the spot they were in against Alabama. Alabama gave that game away. They were lucky to get past Alabama. This ain't Alabama, boys. This is the best team in college basketball, period. So while in this type of situation, Final Four especially, do I like laying 13.5 points? Absolutely not. But UCLA against Gonzaga, you have to you cannot really say, oh, well, this is how they played, throughout the tournament. Yes, obviously that's what everybody's looking at. I'm not looking at that, because if you're looking at that, then your vision's going to be clouded by things that have happened that are not the norm for most teams. It's not the norm for what Houston's done, even though I think Houston's a great team. It's not the norm for what Baylor's done, to have teams be as close as they were in some situations. It's not the norm for UCLA to be sitting in this spot. I'm sorry, but with Gonzaga 2 wins away from avenging the loss to North Carolina a few years ago in a national championship where they got run the fuck over by Joel Berry Jr. and the North Carolina Tar Heels, they are 1 game away from being at it, 2 games away from not just being national champions, but being the first first team to win a national championship while going undefeated from start to finish since 1970 whatever when Bobby Knight's Indiana did it. They want this and they want it bad. So it's going to take the best game that UCLA has played, not just this season, but probably that we've seen in the last decade. Not only that, it's going to take one of the worst clutch performances that we've seen out of Gonzaga all year for them to keep up with it. Because if you think, knowing they're going to get a day off afterwards, that Gonzaga is not going to go play for 40 minutes, you're out of your mind. I'm laying the 13.5 points with Gonzaga. There's no other way I can look at this game. Yes, it's a lot of points. Yes, you immediately think it's Final Four, the national championship's on the line. It's everything rolled into one. Why would you not want to take double digits? Because Gonzaga's a 21-point better team than UCLA on any given night of the week, period. I'm taking Gonzaga. I am laying the 13.5 points, and I'm not going to think twice about it. So that's one of them. The other one, let's see. Let me just double check a line real quick just to make sure nothing's changed. 1 p.m. NHL, Pittsburgh Penguins, Boston Bruins. I am going under 6 goals. You're going to have to lay $1.30 to get it. Boston, again, I'm going to go back to it. Boston is the best team in the NHL at being able to make a team play their pace, which is slow, not a lot of shots on goal, very methodical with the way they shoot. They don't just fire stuff off. They wait for the right chance. They set up shots, and that's what they fire. They make other teams do it. Now, the other night when they played Pittsburgh, we took the under as well. We cashed that ticket. Pittsburgh went on a late scoring spree, but that was because Boston let them start playing fast again. So Boston, which was a game that was still winnable, let them put it completely out of reach with 10 minutes to go in the game. Boston, I think not only Boston's going to be able to come back and win this game, which if you want to take Boston and sprinkle some on that, they're about a $1.15 favorite right now. I'm okay with that. Boston is going to have to force them to play slow for all 60 minutes. I think they will. And I don't think this thing gets above 5 points. I think we could see a 3-2 game, a 3-1 game, a 2-1 game, really. It's all going to depend on Boston. If they make them play slow, then the total's going to go under either way. If they really want to clamp down and go hard and then up their shots on goal a little bit, they'll also come away with a 1-2 goal win. Boston will cash and it will go under. So free play, we're going to go under 6 goals, Pittsburgh and Boston. But if you also want to sprinkle some fun money on Boston minus $1.15, go for it. So there's you a lean and 2 free plays. We have a top play going in the MLB again on Saturday. We're looking at another top play in another sport. I'm not going to mention what it is. There is a potential game of the year going on Sunday. It all depends on what happens on Saturday because there is a team playing on Saturday that I am looking at. But I'm looking ahead to the Sunday game. But I want to see what happens with players, who they put in, what they do, which will determine what trickles over into Sunday. So we will see. It's not a guarantee. Everybody will know about it if we have it. I love you guys. Congratulations on a 9-2 day overall with another top play winner. If you're not with us, you're against us. Go to chasewins.com now. Stop sitting on the sidelines. And for the ones that are smart enough to do so, I'll see you guys in the winner's circle.